Coming up on the Sports Desk, Elko baseball state champions. Did they do it? We will take you there. Plus, we're celebrating former and current athletes at ECC's Hall of Fame ceremony. The CIF state championships went down in track and field. Some very special athletes get their sweat on.
What do you think? Am I ready for water polo? Wetsuit, right?
And for this episode, I put a wetsuit on for my one-on-one with water polo legend, Olympian, USA men's team captain, Tony Acevedo at the incredible Torrance Aquatic Center. We've got the who, what, where, when, and how. Let's get things started right now. Hey guys, welcome to the Sports Desk, your one source for all things Torrance sports. I am your host, Lesley Robins. For the next half hour or so, sit back and kick back as we give you a gateway to the brightest sports stars and hottest sports spots in Torrance. Before we get to the good stuff, we want to hear from you. Here are the social media stats. I'm at Leslie Mia. The show is at the Sports Desk TV. Find us, tag us, follow me. Our program is also on Facebook. We've got email. All the details are right there on the screen. Tell us what's going on and what we need to know, because when it comes down to it, this show is all about you. Now let's get you in the know with some numbers. Okay, a footnote before we even start the show. El Camino College baseball has traveled to Fresno for the state championship. Be sure to check into our Twitter and Instagram pages to find out how they did. What I can do right now is tell you how they got to the final day of competition, so to Fresno we go. After a one-day rain delay, the Warriors defeated Orange Coast College 8-2 in the winner's bracket game on Memorial Day to advance to the state championship game. This marked the first time the Warriors had advanced to the championship game in program history. Okay, Elko jumped to the lead in the first after capitalizing on a fielding error by the OCC shortstop. Joseph Borges and Spencer Long both had singles with 2 outs. Ty Conrad reached the bases on the error by the shortstop to load the bases. Aaron Orozco, who was stellar on the mound, singled through the left side to bring in 2 runs to give the Warriors the early 2-0 lead. OCC tied the game up at 2-2 to start the top of the third. Well, the Warriors immediately responded in the bottom half of the inning. Orozco singled up the middle to bring Conrad in to score to make it a 3-2 game. In the 6th, Taishi Nakawaki hit a deep, now I'm talking deep enough ball to right field. It's still going, for a sac fly and scored Orozco from third to make it a 4-2 game. And just cause, the Warriors added 4 insurance runs in the 8th.
1-2. Fastball swung on and missed. McClanahan down on strikes, and the Warriors are moving on in the winner's bracket.
Yeah, a couple of days prior, the Warriors rallied back from a 3-1 deficit to score 4 unanswered runs in a 5-3 win over the defending state champions, San Joaquin Delta, in the opening game of the state championship Final Four. After Elko was trailing the Mustangs for 3 innings since the second, the ECC Bats responded with 2 runs in the 6th to take a 4-3 lead and pushed across an insurance run in the 9th to make it a 5-3 game. Well, mere days before the team went to state, one ball player, Spencer Palmer, was one of 4 student athletes awarded a scholarship at the ECC Athletics Hall of Fame induction. Justin Thompson was with him and others on their big night.
Thanks, Leslie. I'm here at El Camino College, where the festivities are set to begin on a night where former Warrior star athletes will return to campus to be inducted into the school's Hall of Fame.
It's great to see all the alumni, student athletes, friends, family members gathered here in support of El Camino College and our Warriors athletic program.
The evening started with a cocktail hour and dinner in ECC's East Dining Room before the Hall of Fame inductees were called to the stage to be recognized individually.
It really is a surreal moment for me. I was telling my wife on the drive over here, so much of when I think about El Camino, I still imagine it from that 8, 9, 10-year-old little boy imagination. And so I feel really old being in the Hall of Fame now.
You know, I worked very hard when I was here at El Camino, and it allowed me to get drafted by the Pirates, like he said. I'm not anybody that knows me, they know I'm not afraid of hard work, and it's because of what I learned here at El Camino.
I have grit. I can be disciplined and devoted. I know how to give everything I have to give. I'm brave enough to step into my fullest potential. So thank you for the reminder of the greatest life lesson that I originally learned here, that even in the midst of a low, in the midst of a bit of a stumble, I have the resilience to rise again.
One thing that all of the speeches had in common was an appreciation for the intimate relationships built at El Camino.
I just remember being a family. When I first got here, I was embraced by the coaches, teammates that I played with in high school that were here, guys I played against in Pop Warner from different high schools were here, and it was just a family from the jump.
A few current ECC student athletes were also recognized during this special night.
Yeah, so it is the Norm and Steve Very Scholarship. It's really prestigious. It's pretty much, I think it's the biggest one on Elko campus this year, and it's all about the student athlete with like the most accolades on and off the field, I guess you can say. You know, really high GPA, you know, giving back to the community, and also doing well and also performing in their sport. So me and Spencer believe he's a baseball player, and I know they're going to the state meet this weekend, so hats off to him.
Humongous thank you to the Very family. It means the world to me, and very generous scholarship that I make good use of at Virginia Tech, and hopefully it'll aid me in, you know, continuing my baseball and academic career. And my experience here at El Camino has been nothing short of amazing.
Thanks, Justin. The CIF Track and Field Championships just went down, and if you'll recall, 3 Torrance area athletes were there. Wes Jake Parker in the 1,600-meter run, Wes Kyton Arthur in boys pole vault, and South's Lane Hayward for girls pole vault. Well, after 2 days of competition, only West High's Jake Parker got past prelims on day 1 to get to the finals on day 2, where he finished 9th in the state in the 1,600. And we still had a last man standing in tennis as well. Bishop Montgomery's Jinta Sasamori made it all the way to the quarterfinals of the CIF Boys Individual Tennis Championships, but the junior fell to Corona Del Mar's Kyle Pham 7-6, 6-1. What a great run he had.
Coming up on the Sports Desk, I'm going one-on-one with 5-time Olympian, silver medalist, water polo champion, Mr. Tony Acevedo.
And Leslie's going to be teaching me some water polo skills.
I'm really good.
I play to be a role model in my neighborhood.
I play to be part of the team.
I play to be stronger than my brothers.
I play to channel my energy in a positive way.
I play because the field is where I shine. I play to be a part of something bigger than myself.
I play to stay healthy. I play to feel powerful.
I play to win.
Welcome back to the Sports Desk. Lesley Robins here. Water polo legend, Olympian, medalist, captain Tony Acevedo recently spent time with me at the incredible Torrance Aquatic Center, the training and competition center for the 4 Torrance High School water polo and swim teams since it opened in March of 2018. You know, I just had to put its competition pool to the test with one of the best.
Acevedo again tries to stuff it in near side, and he does. Score the goal for Acevedo.
Joining me at the Torrance Aquatic Center, water polo legend, 5-time Olympian, silver medalist, CIF champ, national champ, captain of the U.S. men's water polo team, Mr. Tony Acevedo. Do you have any more titles you'd like me to name right now?
I don't. I'm a humble person. Pac-12 Player of the Century.
Did it ever surprise you how your career went, the trajectory of your career? Because you reached the top.
I didn't look at it ever as how is my career gonna pan out. I looked at it as a daily routine, right? Just from a young age, it was, what is my goals? I need to get better. I need to get faster, so I swam. I need to get stronger, so I'd wake up at 5 in the morning, all throughout high school, before school, and lift 6 days a week. All of a sudden, I make my first Olympic team. Well, what can I do to get better? Now I need to be on one of the best players in the world. It was just this continuous drive to be the best that all of a sudden it all ended, and I'm look back, I'm like, man, I didn't win that gold medal.
Is that the one thing you think about still?
Yes, it's the one thing. It's the one thing that when I was 14, I had this list of the main goals, one of the best players in the world, medalist, play professional at all these clubs, but gold was number one. And so now I've changed my mindset. I'm not going to play anymore. I'm gonna try to bring the men's first gold medal, and that's where my passion is, with the kids and with the players now.
The passion is still there. Why not just give it one more go?
I always said that the moment that I stopped loving playing the sport, I would finish. And I remembered finishing my 5th Olympics. I went and finished my contract in Brazil, thinking maybe I'd come back, maybe I'd continue playing overseas. And going to practice and playing the games was the same. And then for a water polo player, I mean, we're traveling and training so much. I have 2 kids now. I'm away from them months at a time. I'm training 9 hours a day. So when I am home, it's like no energy for the kids. And it's not what I wanted to be. And I also felt there was an opportunity. Me at this moment, our sport needs to change, and I was the one that I feel can do it.
You mentioned Brazil, where you were born, raised for a very short window. Then your family came to Long Beach, where you've been. Take me back to Brazil and how you got here. And you persevered through an experience that one doesn't really become a professional athlete from.
No, I was born in Brazil. My dad's Brazilian. He came out, met my mom in the U.S. We flew back. That's when I was born. And then about a month old, been pretty much raised in Long Beach, California my entire life. 4 years old, thought I was He-Man, stood up, power of the universe, fell through, tracheotomy. On my helicopter on the way to Memorial Hospital, I died for 1 minute and 15 seconds and was told that I was going to be on a machine for the rest of my life. And it's amazing that now I definitely don't feel anything. No machine, and 5 Olympics later.
You talked about the Olympics. I see a nice tattoo on your arm.
These are the 5 cities for my 5 Olympics. So Sydney, Athens, Beijing, London, Rio.
Now, do you want to put a circle around the one where you got the medal, like right there in the middle?
I was thinking of making it a silver, different color, something.
But you don't want silver, you want a gold. So I think you have room. Wait, look, I think you have room right before the elbow break.
Tokyo gold.
Listen.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's talk about it. 2020 is right around the corner. What do you think? Are you itching for Tokyo?
No. Even though right now my dad is the head of the Brazilian Federation and they're asking me to go maybe play for Brazil, I'm done.
And you brought up your dad, who is still in the sport. It was destined that you were going to be a water polo player.
Yeah, he did a great job of never pushing me and always putting me in the better situation so that when I was bored, it was water polo I was watching, But I never thought I was getting pushed. He let me play every sport. I didn't swim, play anything until I was 8 years old. He didn't even know if I could really swim. So when I jumped in, he's like, "You good?" And I'm like, "I'm good."
When you were at the Olympics in Rio, and your father was coaching the Chinese women, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? I don't know another word to describe that. Isn't that weird?
When I was in college, he was on our rival college team. When I was when I was playing professionally in Italy, he was coach of a rival professional team. So we've always had this.
Speaking of the Chinese women, the team was actually here at the Torrance Aquatic Center for an exhibition series with the Girls USA team. This place is the hub of water polo in the South Bay now.
Yeah, each school gets their own locker room. With the Long Beach Wilson, we changed on the street. There was no locker rooms going on. Now they get their own. Now this is a beautiful facility, and that series is great. China is living here for a couple months, training with colleges, with the U.S. team. So it's great for them, and the U.S. has been great helping other countries around the world as well.
And they're going to start training here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, for us on the U.S. team, to have a home base where the kids around here can see Olympians, I think this could make a big improvement on water polo out here.
You talked about lifting weights and working out. I, of course, have to talk about your body. We have to get to the story, right? You show up everywhere in a Speedo. How do you maintain it besides just being in the pool every day?
It's really what you put in your body. At a young age, I stopped eating fast food. I still haven't had a Coke in like 10, 20 years. And a big thing to me was I was just eating lots of salads, right? Lots of salads, proteins, real food.
Break down the workout routine then.
Yeah, I mean, we would, before Olympics, I mean, there were times we were going 9 hours a day. I mean, you're up doing a 4 or 5 hour morning, including 2 hours of weights, 3 hours in the water, and then you come back for a 3-4 hour session at night.
Some of our high schools in Torrance have water polo teams. How would you help support those teams and the students that have an interest in the sport?
Myself and Maggie Steffens created 6-8 Sports, and our mission is to up the level of water polo around the world, especially outside of Europe where it's dominant. We're trying to introduce technology into the sport to help kids, help people who don't understand the sport get connected through stats and everything. It's to have a reference point for kids to understand how many games did I play? Well, what did I do growing up so that they can start comparing to. You can in other sports. In our sport, you have no idea. People just think I was in a bathtub shooting at 2 years old playing water polo, and they have no idea that I was later on in life and these are the things that I did. These are the games that I played. Partnering a little with USA Water Polo and trying to bring the Olympic development program a little to higher level, and I honestly think that this is going to take us and catapult water polo to the next level.
Well, your next task is going to be taking me to the next level of water polo. I am getting in the pool with you so you can show me what you know.
That's what I do best, and I know a lot.
I know nothing.
Well, you're with the right person. You're good. Let's do it.
Looking good. Representing the Acevedo water polo brand. What?
What do you think? Am I ready for water polo? Wetsuit, right?
You can't wear that. You gotta think in our sport, you're grabbing. I wear this tiny thing because I don't want to be grabbed. But on the girls' side, they're even meaner than us. They grab way more. Imagine all the
But this way they can't get to me.
Oh, they can get to you. Trust me. The rule of water polo is you keep your head out of the water. Because when your head goes under the water, they can pretty much do anything to you. And the number one thing is egg beating. Do we know how to egg beat?
Fork, bowl, eggs, stir, stove.
So in water polo, we're one of the only sports that, if you could see that little muscle, that ball, so that's a muscle that water polo players have, and it's because of egg beating. So we point our toes toward our shin, we lift our legs up, and we kick out one at a time, and that is egg beating. And that is the number one foundation, and you already got it. Except your knees are a little low, you want to get it high.
I'm failing already?
The wider you are, the more water you grab, the stronger legs you have. You're wrestling, you're getting grabbed, you're sprinting all the way down, you're playing nonstop, and you cannot touch the bottom whatsoever, and you have to understand tactics. It's the hardest sport in the world, and that's why I love it. I'm always in a hat. I want to show the hair sometimes.
Listen.
Should we get in?
Okay. What makes a water polo ball different than a volleyball or
Rule number
beach
one,
volleyball?
never bounce a water polo ball, especially ones that have my name on it.
Are you not allowed to bounce water polo balls?
No. So we have the grooves here, and then the buffing here keeps the water polo ball great to grip.
Okay.
Shall we? Another thing that I'd say almost 80% of the players in the United States do wrong is how they pick up the ball. Not from the side, not up top, underneath. When you pick it up underneath, you bring it into this position where your wrist is facing toward where you're gonna throw. Elbow a little bit, perfect, that's it. Next lesson, we're gonna get into to throwing the ball. So if you think of it, if you point at someone, so if you point at me, how are you gonna point at me? That's right. So when you throw a ball, it's the same concept. We're gonna start with that, you're gonna throw to me. Okay, but your elbow is low. Let's get it again. Let's get that elbow high. Underneath, elbow high. Hey, look at that. So egg beat, you're facing me. Your left leg should be in front here. You egg beat, pick the ball up from underneath, play to me, and you do that, you're a water polo player.
So I have to remove the floor right now and go out.
Get rid of that bottom.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, officially, I can say she's a water polo player now. Underneath, egg beat, pointed, upper corner.
Didn't make it in.
I'm a 5-time Olympian. I'm competitive. Great attempt at scoring.
Thank you. Let's do it again.
Done.
This egg beating thing is no joke.
So now you gotta get me to fake. Faking is where you pick it up and you move your body like I'm gonna If you're gonna shoot, I'm a goalie, I jump, and then you can shoot the other way. Oh, no!
I still didn't get it in. Let me get to the bottom so I can do these.
Epic. Thank you to the Torrance Aquatic Center for hosting us. I can't wait to go back. They heat the pools, people. Okay, coming up, from Torrance pals getting their fitness on, future cheerleaders vying for a spot, to boys perfecting their shot. We've got Torrance's recreational sports roundup coming up.
Woo! Come on. Go, Diane. Yeah, keep it going. Yeah. Go, honey.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
Welcome back to the Sports Desk. Lesley Robins here. Classes, lessons, tryouts in the sports world are happening all around Torrance right now. One program through the rec department called PALS, People Actively Learning and Sharing, is a club for people 13 and up with intellectual disabilities. They have an array of sporting activities, and we recently visited one of their fitness and fun classes.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm a volunteer, parent, and coach of a special needs child, and the class is part of our Torrance Special Needs sports group. I geared it twice a week for an hour just to keep our special needs athletes, just try to keep them healthy, try to keep them active a couple days a week. Most of them that you see behind me, they do other sports on weekends. They play basketball, they run track and field, they play bocce, various other sports, but it's on weekends. This gives them something to stay active throughout the week as well. I enjoy their camaraderie. Everybody comes in, they're helping me stay in shape, I'm helping them stay in shape. So it's all, we've been friends with a lot of people in this group. When I say we, my son, my family and I, my wife that's here in the class, been friends for a long time with a lot of this group. So we just enjoy each other's company and enjoy teaching each other how to stay fit and healthy. We hope to be able to keep it weather permitting, keep it going through summer, maybe September, October, again, as weather permits. And I hope it keeps growing. It's open to anybody that wants to come out, that has disabilities, physical, mental, that their families want to come out. You see there's parents in the class as well with their children. So I just hope I'm able to keep it going and just being able to keep helping them and continue going for a long time.
I coached basketball this year for the first time. Last year I helped out with just helping the kids, so then they made me a coach this year. I played basketball before, so I really enjoyed it. The kids actually are very smart and they're eager to learn. People think that because they have special needs that there's a lot of things that they don't understand and they can't learn, but I taught them defense, I taught them offense, I taught them how to rebound, I taught them how to block and dribble, and I had as much fun as they did. We had a great season. We had 4 tournaments. We took silver medal in all of our tournaments. A great group of kids, and I hope they all come back next year. My husband teaches this class. After basketball finished and a lot of the kids weren't exercising over the summer, he thought about maybe we'll just keep it going. So we do a lot of these exercises at home. So, he's trying to change them and so the kids can do them. And so we just enjoy working out and coming out here, and they get a little sweat and come out a little social time, so it's good for them. I enjoy helping them and working with them because they have a heart of gold and they enjoy doing this, so it's great to come out to, help the kids out.
I've been here over 15 years. I did a lot of sports. I did basketball, softball, baseball, and basketball for 15 years. I like to come here. We get good exercise and have a lot of fun with a lot of friends.
Now we're doing a complete 360, as in taking you to Shoot 360 and South Bay Cheer 360. Torrance's cheerleading hub, South Bay Cheer 360, recently held tryouts, and between tumbling, flipping, dancing, and smiling for the judges, these kids had their work cut out for them.
What we're looking for in our candidates here today for our 360 team all-star tryouts are kids that are just interested in taking their cheer to the next level, to taking it seriously, that are ready to compete, want to train as athletes, and are looking to pursue their passion in cheer. The requirements are different for each level. You can walk in and have never cheered before, you can walk in experienced, and we're going to find the right team for you. What we've seen here today are just a huge variety of all different level abilities, from kids that are just brand new to this who are going to be taught from the very beginning, which is very exciting, and then we're also taking athletes that are returning and have a ton of experience and are just ready to be strong competitors.
I think I would love to be part of Cheer 360 because they're such a great business, and I just love cheering here because I've been here for a while and they're just like my family, and I have so much fun here with all my best friends. I think my dancing usually shows like the best of me because I love, getting into it, and I usually love to show off my moves, and it's just a lot of fun. And when I have a lot of fun, I usually show off more of my smile, which usually helps. I hope that I could get on a pretty good level. I'm hoping to just kind of learn from my mistakes and just work hard and improve all my other tricks.
I like all of the friendships that I made, and I like all the people here. They're really nice, and they push you to your hardest to make sure that you're having a good time. My tumbling was not as good before, and now I've just grown more as a tumbler and as a person.
A few miles away, some local boys got their basketball on at Shoot 360 Los Angeles in a class literally just called Shooting. This is a great space that hosts the NBA and WNBA, so you know these kids are in the right place.
Today the goal of the class was shooting, so we tried to get in a lot of shooting reps at different angles using different types of feet, jump stop, right, left, right. I think the biggest thing they learned was to go full speed. That's the best way to get better, is the more game-like you can make it here, the easier it'll be in a game.
Out of a class, I just want to just improve on my skills that I feel like I need improving on, like maybe like my shooting or ball handling, or just like my physical in shape or not. Me personally, I feel like I need to work on like my ball handling, and then maybe just like my vertical, like jumping ability.
And lastly, bike riding is what's up. And I'm not talking spin class, rather commuting to work, all to promote good health and clean air. The City of Torrance recently hosted their annual Bike to Work Day. We were at the pit stop in front of City Hall. Refreshments, t-shirts were on hand. It was a full-on party starting at 6 o'clock in the morning. And despite Mother Nature not really cooperating that day, bikers were in great spirits.
I've been asked how long I've been commuting. I'm at my current job. I just passed 30 years. Oh my God. So I've been commuting for at least 30 years. I want to say 32 years, because I worked another job in Redondo Beach, and I commuted there too. And it's interesting to think that it's been over 30 years. Here we are at Bike to Work Day 2019. Thank you to the City of Torrance. Thank you to Jill for making this happen every year, like clockwork, rain or shine. Bike to Work Day. We know the city's gonna be here.
For the record, I did not bike to work, but I was with them in spirit. And that is the end of today's show. Really looking forward to seeing you back next week. Be sure to stay in touch on social media, Twitter, Instagram. I'm at Lesley Mia. The show is at the SportsDesk TV. Tag us, find us on Facebook, send us an email, keep in touch, and take us behind your scenes. For everyone here at the Sports Desk, I'm Lesley Robins. Thanks for watching.